Welcome, everyone. Welcome to episode 3, correct, of Get
Yes.
Your Geek On with me, Xanthi and Kerstin. I told you that I feel a bit nervous today. I don't know why. I'm so nervous. I have done it so many times, but today I feel so nervous. So if I talk too much, it's because of that. Yes, Kerstin, how are you, first of all?
I'm really good. I'm really good. I think we're gonna have a really nice talk, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, me too. And what are we going to talk about today? Tell
Yes,
us.
we're going to talk about being a geek and have geeky interest, and also being a mother, and what experiences we have so far, and what's positive, negative, and everything around.
Challenges. Challenge.
Challenges. Yes, exactly.
Hello, Grimskull. Sorry, we have already. I will not mention the V. I will not mention. It's V. We come in peace always. This is the reference. Yes. So yes, thank you, Kerstin, for the nice introduction of today's subject. As you said, yes, we'll talk about motherhood and being a geek and all the challenges. Are there any challenges in that?
I guess it's challenges for every parent there is to
Mm.
have interests, things you want to do, except being with children. So I guess everyone has that.
That you suddenly
So
realized, oh shit, I have no time now for myself.
exactly, exactly.
Yes.
So I guess we're not different from other parents, but
That's
just
a good point because, yeah, I mean, we have the geek as our interest, but another
mm,
parent might have, I don't know, knitting or baking or, whatever, something.
whatever.
But,
Yeah,
um,
train, go and go to the gym. I mean, it's not.
it's not, no,
Yeah.
it's like this. Yeah.
Some parents manage to do all these things, but I don't understand it. How they can have this time.
Me neither, Kerstin, me neither. I think actually, in all seriousness, I guess it has to do if you have a network close to you, if you have like relatives, family,
Mm,
grandparents, maybe that can help a bit.
yes,
We don't
probably.
have a family here, just us. So
Mm,
it's so where do we put the whole geekiness in all this?
mm.
Um, well, mobile phones saved my
Yes,
life.
exactly. That's what I want to say. Mostly to watch shows and things on YouTube, just see. I like to look at how to play videos, or just ah, to watch other people play games. Sometimes I can really enjoy that, and
Me too.
for me it's the best thing to just have your mobile phone so I can be near my child at the same time.
Speaking of that phone and child, we have to say that we are very for positive about screen time. We're
Yeah,
not, yes. So
yes,
if you are a mother or a father, I mean, parents, yes,
mm,
and you're thinking about screen time and you feel guilty if you give your kid like a tablet, iPad, or whatever, or a phone, stay with us, be with us, hang out with us because
yes,
I mean, I was thinking about it. Since me and my boyfriend were both uh, gamers, geeky people, and I know that's the case for you as well with your husband, it
mm,
would be hypocritical to not let our child
yeah,
play or, get some screen time. And
exactly,
also, as you said, also that we have to, of course, address it or clarify that we're not experts. Okay, this is just our opinion.
yeah.
We don't do a scientific research here. It's just
No,
our
we
opinion.
have no scientific research behind what we're saying today. It's just our opinion and how we experience this time with our child. We can also say we only have one child, both of us,
Yes,
so
yes.
far.
Mhm.
Yes, and
Which is kind of, if I just make this parenthesis, sorry for interrupting you. I feel like I'm excluded because the majority of people around me, like 99%, it's like two and above. Like I'm the
yes,
only one. I have only one child here. It's like,
yeah.
how? How can you do it?
But we are different because I really wanted to have more children before, but my child has autism and a very as a low functioning autism. So
Mm,
it takes a lot of time, and I've felt no, I want to stay with one child because
yeah,
I
I
need
understand.
to.
You need to focus your energy.
Yeah,
It
I just
needs.
feel
Mm.
I don't feel strong enough to. I don't have that.
You don't have the strength
I don't
to
have the strength exactly to
dedicate it
do
to
that. I
another
feel that
child.
I
Mm.
need to focus on her, and I feel, and I
And
actually fine with it.
and technology has helped you, saved
Yes,
you.
yes. I believe that most autism parents would say that the tablet is like the best invention ever, and I can
Why?
be because it's the only way for my child to really focus because you really need that's how she relaxes actually
Mm-hmm.
because her mind is like taking in everything, but when
Mm-hmm.
she has the tablet she can focus. She doesn't wander off with her, and I can really see that when she's having the tablet that's when she's resting. I had
Mm-hmm.
really hard time to explain this to her kindergarten or preschool teachers that this is what she needs because of what this we talk about screen time today. That's something bad, and it is, and
Mm-hmm.
some of the personnel at her preschool thought that they know my child better than me, so they didn't let her
Great
had
point.
had her tablet, and it means like that she fell asleep like every time when I came to get her. But that was especially just one person. So every she had
Mm-hmm.
because they took turns to take care of her because she really needed someone to be with her all day.
Mm-hmm.
So they take turns, and Thursdays it was this person that had her, and like every
This
Thursday she fell
person.
asleep. Yeah, I'm sorry, but
Okay.
I
No, no,
was really
I'm
angry
with
with
you.
her.
Yes,
I
yes,
was
I
really
understand.
angry with her because oh, she just no. uh, She she thought she knew my child better than me and what's good for my child.
And that's the
So
thing. You know your kid and you know what helps her and what
mm,
doesn't help her. I mean, I know
yeah,
that also with my son. Okay. He's not autistic, but we know our kids
mm,
and we have the more sense like the gut feeling, and
mm,
let's demonize iPads and mobile
yeah,
phones and screen time. It's not like we encourage people to just dump them with an iPad or iPhone and just let them be alone. No,
no,
we are active with our families, but everyone is using screens around us. Why wouldn't we let our kids use that?
mm,
Everything needs to be with a limit.
yeah.
Food, sweets, TV, screen time. I mean, everything that we do needs to have
I
a limit, of course. But
I really don't set a limit for her because I don't feel that I need to. She doesn't use it all the time. When she feels, no, I'm done with that. Now I want to do something else, and she's really active. There's no like she isn't have a lot of energy. She has a lot of energy, and she's like all over the place.
mm,
And she also does what can you say? She actually goes to the circus and does kind of gymnastics, and she loves that. So she's active. So it's not like she just sit and don't exercise because that she does. And so I can
uh,
see that is a problem if you are a child that doesn't really move, but I don't feel that that's any problem. So I haven't actually set any limit for her.
I agree with you because we don't really have also like a limit, like you have only 1 hour. No.
Mm,
But okay, if I say him that he has been so many hours, if let's say, okay, now we have to take a break, let's go out, take a walk. But
mm,
as you also say, so my son, he goes to school and then to free to daycare. How do you say it in English? The
Yeah.
after hours school before I finish, after they finish school and before I get him from work. They are
Mm,
in this free play, free time area
yeah.
with teachers or like with special people,
Mm,
educated people to take care of them outside of
mm,
school hours. And they do activities, they're out running, they're inside doing crafts or whatever.
mm,
So kids, they are active at school, and they do have an iPad. Even they give them iPad
mm,
to watch a kids show, something
mm,
educational or whatever, or some funny things. No
mm.
YouTube and stuff like that, but they have some programs that they allow them to watch. And then, we come home when it's afternoon. I see him that it's not bad if he takes the iPad and watch something, just to relax, take a minute
Relax.
to himself,
Yeah.
um, to not channel out, to decompose. No,
Yeah,
what is the word?
I
The
know what
problem.
you mean, but just to let your mind wind down.
Wind down, that is the word that I was looking
Mm,
exactly. And he's training, he does 2 times a week. We're
mm,
exercising, we go to taekwondo, and we have swimming on Saturdays. So, and
mm,
we go outside as a family, so yes, we do
mm.
decompress. Yes, thank you. Grimskull, that is also the word. um Not decompose. I'm sorry.
I don't know what that means.
No, yes, my boy. No, to decompress.
Yes.
um. So, and yes, we don't really set like a steady, like a schedule. Hello, Christy. Hello, Christy.
Hello.
From
Welcome.
from Greece.
Ah.
Yes, yes. She's a YouTuber. She's a books illustrator. Hi and welcome. Decompose means to rot. Exactly. So
Oh, of
that's not
course.
what I meant. Not.
Decompose. Of course it does.
Yes. So yeah, since we don't really put like a solid, like a limit, there are time.
Mm,
Not that he, if he gets bored, he puts it down and said, "Mom, can we
mm,
play Monopoly?" And I said, "Yeah, sure."
yeah.
So
I don't feel the need to it. But if you really have that problem, maybe you should. But I'm not sure. We are different people. I mean, my husband is a person that really needs his screen time too. His uh, and that's just how he is. But he has problem with his parents, and it's also another generation, and
mm.
they kind of turn off the electricity for him at one time because
No,
he didn't
no.
go to bed. So
So,
her
okay.
I think it was his mother. She turned off the.
Drastic
Yeah, it
measures.
was very drastic. So
I
I
mean,
guess it's a bit of a generation thing, but I don't really see the problem. It's his way to socialize and do what he thinks is fun. That's his interest. He loves to program. Loves to play games, and he likes to meet people over all over the world. Our parents doesn't understand that. Not mine or not his. I don't can speak for everyone, but they
mhm.
just doesn't understand that world. And to me, it's this is normal to me, and I don't have to explain that to my parents that this is how
Yes.
we live. And you raise your family like this, but I raise mine like this. And actually, sometimes it is me and my husband and Elvira with different screens, and we think this is
We do.
normal and we're happy.
Exactly. I mean, it has happened to us that we are on our all three of us in different devices,
Mm,
tablet, or laptop or phone, all
mm,
sitting next to each other, in bed, lying there, and just being
mm,
together, but on screen. And there's nothing.
mm.
We don't see anything wrong with that, because
No.
if it feels good, then it is
Yeah.
good.
And
I
we,
mean,
yeah.
I think all deep down, all of us, if something is not well, if doesn't
Mm.
something feel good, we get all of us some sort of gut feeling.
Yes, that something is wrong here.
Yes, so then
So,
you have to address it,
mm,
regardless if it's too much screen time, if it's too much candy, if it's too much whatever, you know.
yeah.
So, and what you said about how you raise your family now and that point, I was as a young mother when he was a baby. We went to we have this open kindergarten that you're free to go,
Ah,
you know, for a
yes.
few hours, you know, with and it was one. I think she was some sort of education, a teacher. Let's say a teacher,
Mm.
uh, social socionome. What is it in English? Anyway,
I
you
don't
know,
know.
I don't know either, but you know, around children's development, you know, stuff like that. So I asked her,
Mm.
how should we think? How do I think about screen time? Of course, he's a baby now. It's not like I put him in front of a screen, but you know, as he grows, should I think something?
Mm.
And in Sweden, this happened in Sweden in that place. And she said, and that was 5 years ago at the time,
Mm.
and said, actually, we don't have enough researchers. I mean, there have been articles about screen time, but she actually said it's too early to know. We don't have enough researchers. But then again, think your child, it's living its own time, as you said. It is
Mm.
sign of times. Is that the expression? Like, what are you going to stop a kid from going online nowadays in this
Mm.
time of age? That's impossible. If you
Mm.
block the kids from using a screen, they're going to find other ways to do it, and that is
Mm.
bad.
Exactly.
Mm. So that is why our opinion, at least, is
Mm.
that we shouldn't be too worried about it. I mean, you know, just demonize screen time.
Yeah. And yeah, exactly. And of course, some people say that, oh, you just use it as a babysitter, but it's not. It's
No,
more like it's our interests, and we like to sit on our screens and watch shows and
yes,
everything. And why shouldn't our children get to do that? And I don't see the problem with it. But I
exactly.
heard we had a discussion actually at work about a mom that someone uh, saw on the bus, and that her kid was like fussing, so she gave her the mobile phone because she had a friend that she wanted to talk to. And I just felt, yeah, maybe this was the only time she really wanted to talk to a grown up. So she
Exactly.
went. I didn't see the problem with it, but they were like horrified. How can she do that? She wants the baby wants her attention, but maybe she had gave that kid attention all day, and
Like for
now
five
she
hours.
wanted to talk
Mm.
for a couple of minutes with someone on the bus.
Correct. Exactly. You don't know, so you shouldn't judge. You don't know the
No, you
backstory.
don't know
Yeah.
exactly.
Yes. Because I remember now, since we talked about phones and that it is our interest. I don't know if you remember when you came to visit us.
Mm?
Well, you came to us, and was I pregnant? I think at the time,
Yes, you were.
and so
Yes,
I
you were
didn't know
pregnant.
exactly what to expect. So
Mm,
you have your daughter; she was young, and
mm,
we were recently members. It was firstly when we joined the book club that we are
mm.
members of, and we were reading our books on our phones.
Yes,
Like that's our interest, as you said. That's what has saved us.
yes, and
And for
audiobooks.
and
For me,
audiobooks.
it was because mostly because when I read, I really like the hardcover
Yes, yes,
books.
mm,
It feels really good, and I also
yes,
like that. And the other members of the, oh, how can you read it? It's not the same. But to me, it was like, because if I had a book, my daughter would take and rip it apart. It has happened. So I just
yes.
feel, no, I can't have that, because then I have to hide it everywhere, and so it's perfect. So, and a couple of years later, I actually bought a Kindle, just because that's even better, because you don't have the light the
Mm-hmm.
same way.
Mm,
So that was really good. And I know people don't like Amazon, but Kindle
We don't
is
care.
really good, and you always have that. They they have almost everything you want, because other they they don't have, and mostly just not fantasy and sci-fi that I want to read. If you take a
Mm.
like Storytel example, for that is a Swedish audiobook. It's really hard. They have sometimes they have the books, but mostly not. So I use Audible and Kindle because they have.
Yes, and Kindle, you're right. I don't own a Kindle, but I have seen it in real life. And I don't know if
Mm,
someone in the chat, if someone has a Kindle and if they can share that. But it is good. It is not as a real book, of course. A real book,
mm,
as you said, it's a different feeling. And yes, I also enjoy reading,
mm.
hard book and smell the pages, the paper.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yes, but Kindle is as good as it can get because it doesn't
Yes, it
have that
is. It
light, as you
really
say.
is.
Yes, and as you say, using a mobile phone for me, I think it was kind of my only choice because at the time before I had my son, my boyfriend, he's very I don't know if I'm sharing too much. Well, it's not too much information. When he sleeps, he needs to have dark in the room. He cannot have anything dark, so anything light. So if I want to
Mm,
read a book, I need some, night
mm.
light. No, it was impossible. So I had to find another way. The phone under the blanket.
Under the bay, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that was the only way for me to, start reading more books. And
Mm,
after a while, you told me get Audible, not get. You said that you're using Audible, and I was a bit. You and Linnea, I was a bit skeptical. I
mm.
don't know. I wasn't very sure. But then after I did a subscription to Audible, I'm not going back now.
No, it's
It
really good.
is.
Even if sometimes I really, if the narrator is not good, I
Mm,
sometimes have a
mm,
problem with it. I don't like the book as much.
yeah.
So it's really ups
T-
and downs, but it's
yes.
so good that you can do other stuff when you're
Fold
listening
the
to the book.
laundry.
Yeah, exactly. You can't do things that you really need to use your brain fully, but
Mm,
like do the dishes or cooking food and something like that, then you
yeah,
can listen to a book. So that's how I do
correct.
it.
Yes. And that brings us back to the subject that being
Mm,
a parent and being a geek, technology and screens and mobile phones has
mm.
helped us to keep our interest alive, and not because we
Yes.
become mothers or because you are a very busy person that you don't really have the time.
Mm,
You cannot do those things.
mm.
If there is a will, there is a way. So for us, this is the way. I had to say it. I had to say
Yeah.
it. Technology is the way. This is the way. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes.
And
Mm.
yeah. um,
Yes. Uh,
Also, we said that we should talk about the partner
mm.
as
That's also how we can get help to do
what we're
the
doing
stuff we
now.
want, like now. But now actually my daughter is not home, so that's why we can
Okay.
do this.
Mm,
But I
mm.
mean, she should be in bed anytime, so we probably could do it anyway. But
But we did it last weekend, last
mm,
Saturday when we had our Minecraft show.
yes,
Yes.
yes, and it worked. I had to lock the door though.
Well, okay. You do what you have
And
to
she was
do.
up there and like, "Wah," but she accepted it after a while.
Mm. And your husband helped, of course,
Yeah,
because yes. Mm. And when I want to do my live shows and my videos, of course, my boyfriend, he's here
hmm,
and he's a parent, with our son.
yeah,
um, so yeah, having a partner. Uh, uh, I don't know if I want to say a good partner, or the partner that we choose helps us, is a big factor in helping us do what we
mm,
want and remain geeks,
mm,
since we're all mm, geeks, I guess, if we make
yeah,
sense. Yeah. Mm.
yeah.
Mm. Um,
Exactly.
Yes, you have we have the notes here, the show notes, and
Mm,
uh, I have written that one of your points as well with screen time or with mobile devices is that you can show the kids the things you love.
mm.
That it's you can elaborate,
Well,
like
we exactly.
like
So,
through
what can
since.
you show? I haven't not
Mm,
really showed Elvira, uh, my daughter, that much because she's not really interesting. Mostly because her uh, autism, she's kind of very
mm.
particular what she wants to watch. So she has not really. I have shown her a little bit, but she is not. Something she really liked was the intro to Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
There, see, yes. I mean, it doesn't have to
It's
be.
only the intro. She's just like mesmerized with this,
Yes.
and she likes to look at videos from space.
Oh, good,
Was
Elvira.
it
Good.
Voyager? No, I'm sure it
Yes.
was Deep Space Nine. Sorry, my husband talked to
Yeah.
me.
Well, it's Star Trek. That's a very good sign. But yeah, the point is that, of course, my son is young and he doesn't
Mm,
really get. Now we are kind of discussing, should we, is it time to show him Star Wars,
mm,
stuff like that. But since we are also, geeks, nerds, in that genre, it's natural for us to want to introduce our kids to the
mm,
geeky things that we like as well.
mm.
So yeah, why wouldn't I? Why would I stop him or?
And I saw Star Wars when I was like 8, I think seven
Mm,
or 8.
me too.
So, and I wasn't traumatized because I don't think, even if is a bit of violence, but it isn't the kind of violence that really you can understand. It just looks cool with the
With the
with the
lightsaber.
lightsabers, and
Exactly, and there is no blood in Star Wars.
no, it's just
I was
just
also
action. Just
yes,
and it's really, I mean, the scenery with the space is so good, even if it's really really old. I mean, I think it still holds really good, and it's
it does. And I was also like, I don't know, 7 or something in that
mm,
age, 7 ish, 8. And I watched it. I remember it was, you know, number 5.
okay.
I
You
think
saw
that
that
is,
first?
well, I have seen it probably, but I remember vividly. Maybe it was summertime and I was going to my aunt,
Mm,
my mom was working. So I was spending the day at my aunt's. And so I went, it was like a video club store right underneath
mm,
her apartment. We're talking now Athens in the 80s. And so I just borrowed it. And I was, because I remember, Jabba the Hutt and everything. And I mean, if you see it today and you realize what Jabba the Hutt is and everything, it's like, oh my God, I mean, that is gross. But at the time, I was just thinking, oh, a big worm, or I don't know, a big
yeah, exactly.
larva or what, something. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So oh, we cannot
you
really
don't
understand.
understand. I mean, the what do you say? What's disturbing about it? Like when
Yes,
Leia lays there.
half
Yeah,
naked, yes,
yeah, exactly. You don't
almost.
understand that in that age, and I don't feel that it will traumatize you in any way.
Mm.
I know my sister actually walked down some night when they were watching Aliens, and that scared her to death. But that's also horror. That's a little
That
bit
is a
different.
different.
Yeah, because
We
that's
can
actually
wait a
kind of
bit with
scary.
that.
Yeah, that exactly. So that's not what
I'm
I'm going
scared
to
even now. I can be
show her. But
scared.
Star Wars, I think it is
Mm.
a family movie. I think so, and I also think the animated series like Clone Wars and Rebels is really good for a kid to watch too.
Mm. Uh, we watched recently, not recently, a few months ago. I don't remember when exactly. or Transformers. Of course,
Mm,
Transformers. We like Transformers. We grew up, maybe. mm, No, I remember Transformers. I watched them as a kid, 80s, 90s. I don't know. It was, yes, and it was Bumblebee released. I don't
mm.
know, maybe a year
Yeah,
ago
yes.
or something.
Mm,
And we said, okay, let's watch it with
mm,
Niels and see what happens. He loved it, and we saw it. It was not. There was some fights between, but it's like big cars fighting with each other. There is
mm,
no blood with the cars or anything, and it's just teenagers.
mm,
Um, the main characters. So, and it was so much fun, and I actually felt like, oh my god, I'm sharing something with my son. Like, we used to watch as kids, and then I found on YouTube, some clips from the 80s comics,
mm,
and we were
mm,
watching it, and Optimus Prime, mom, yes, and those things. Of course, I will share those things, and go watch on YouTube as much as you want, my son.
mm.
It's
Yes,
Transformers. Yeah, approved. Yes.
yes.
Um,
And also we have the gaming, and then I hear he plays Minecraft. Is it more he plays?
uh, he plays more than I do, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
Yes, but no, he plays Minecraft now, and I think he has gotten stuck to it. I think he has started to realize what it is that he's growing up a bit to be able to. Okay, it's blocks. You can build stuff. Before that, he has played. Actually, he has played Plants vs Zombies,
Mm,
but not in a strategic way as it should be, but more of like, oh, plants, let's kill zombies, and with a cheater, of course, that we put, so he can put shitloads of plants to just kill all the zombies, so in that fun
okay.
sense. And some other balloons, some very child friendly games.
Mm,
I have made on Steam an account, a family protected account, that I allow him to
mm,
see only 4 games from my list, because I don't want him to go and play,
mm,
horror, or shooting and stuff, like, of course.
mm,
So he has been also in Among Us, but he hasn't really played, because you need 8 players to play, online. But he has tried it, but him and his 6-year-old friends, they think it's so cool, and they're dancing to the song, because it's so
mm.
cool. Uh, and so, but now it has been Minecraft for a long while now, and he's watching
Mm,
YouTube. But there is where I'm putting some limit, like I'm controlling what he is watching on
mm,
YouTube. you know Parental, I'm trying to do parental control, restricted mode, and also I purchased, I got a subscription to YouTube Prime
mm,
Premium. What is it
mm.
called? Premium.
Yeah, premium.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Premium. Because sometimes the advertisements, he
Mm,
might be watching something that is kid friendly, but an
mm,
advertisement might come that it's very not
mm,
appropriate.
mm.
So, and since we're using it and we are all watching YouTube, I say, why not? I mean, yeah.
Why not? I also have it. The problem was that I got her a new uh, tablet,
Hmm.
and I wanted her to have her own YouTube, because sometimes when we're both watching YouTube, it will stop. So when she's watching and I'm watching on mine, it stops. So I got her own YouTube, because you can do like, but I have control over it, so she can just download apps and things like that. But she
Yes.
has her own, like do you say, is it Gmail account?
Yeah, you need
Yeah. So, and that also she has a YouTube. But I haven't get it to work so I can pay for on her tablet.
okay,
So I
listen,
have,
I
yes.
can help you because I have done it.
Mm,
And because I purchased it, I mean, I made it on my account, the premium,
mm,
and then you can invite up to 5 family members.
mm-hmm,
So I send an invite to my boyfriend's Gmail, and then I have another channel that he was using for when I started before I have this
I
channel
have
now.
that too, actually. I also have it before you have to use your real name. So I had a Nimicute
Yeah, I
account.
have, yes.
Mm,
So I use that account. I switch channels on the iPad so that he's
mm,
watching that. So it doesn't
mm,
interfere with mine. So we can
mine.
separately
It,
watch.
but we do that, but it still
Mhm.
interferes with mine. I don't know why. It,
One time when we find 5 minutes, we
yeah.
can try. I can try and help you, but
Yes.
um, because it is possible. It is possible. Yeah.
Mm,
Just
that's
that you
good.
need to send an invite from your YouTube
Okay.
account to her
Mm,
to her Gmail that you have created, something
mm,
like that. Yeah,
okay. Mm,
yeah. We will figure it out.
yes.
Mm.
I
Um,
actually have no real. Well, she can't do. I think I put some kind of restriction, so she can only find child appropriate. But I
mm.
don't watch it. Like, okay, you can't watch that, you can't watch that. The only thing
Yeah.
that I really
Mm.
stopped, it was a song that was so awful. I'm like, and it was a kid's song, but I just, this is banned. It's the chicken song.
Oh,
Whoever made that song must hate
chicken song.
parents. Yeah.
Yes.
Don't show Nils that.
No, no. I mean, it's impossible to watch everything that he's watching. No, but some
Mm,
we are in the vicinity. We are in the same room when he's watching. So
yeah.
if I hear something weird, like,
Mm,
what are you watching? Is it good? So, and then you cannot do with all the videos, but you can
mm,
see if you see something on the home screen that it's you don't like it, that you shouldn't be watching, you can click and
mm.
select don't show me similar
This,
like
yeah,
that. Yeah,
exactly.
stuff
Mm,
like that.
mm. I haven't
And
not really
mm,
done that except for the chicken song, but we had a little talk because she doesn't speak as well. Uh, she has began to speak a little bit. She says like words, and she tries to mimic us what we
mhm.
say. Uh, because she watches kids stuff but in different languages. It can be in Spanish and Russian and like
Yeah.
everything. But I just like Masha and the Beer, because that's actually a Russian show, so
Mm,
it's that will show up in Russian if she clicks on it, and sometimes in
yes.
Swedish. But and I have not stopped that, but it was sometimes we have talked about it. But is this good or not? We don't know.
Yeah, I know it has happened to us as well that he ends up watching something Russian, or I don't know, in some Chinese language, which is like,
Mm,
okay, Niels, it's not like we have a problem with the language, but we don't use that language. Of course, we speak three languages in our household, but okay, you have watched 5 videos. That's enough now. Go back to Swedish or, English. I mean, I don't know.
mm.
Something like that. Yeah.
She
Mm.
actually learned to count on English before she learned to do it in Swedish, because there are a lot more like learning videos in English than it is in Swedish. So she has found all the and the alphabet, but
Uh,
she knows both now.
I totally get it. I totally agree. And I have to say that YouTube has been a big contributing factor to my son being able to speak English,
Mm,
because we
yes.
do speak English. And when he was a baby, again, I was in one. It was listening, like some sort of
Mm,
presentation
presentation. Yeah.
information about parents that are bilingual. So
Mm,
I said, okay, speak Greek, he's Swedish, but we sometimes speak English. Not sometimes, always, almost. We speak English with each other. Is that going to be a problem?
mm,
And he said, like, it was a language specialist, like a logoped.
mm.
No, it's not going to be a problem. Keep doing it. What is going to happen is that he's going to be so interest for that extra language. And he does, he did. So,
Mm.
and thanks to YouTube, he's speaking now perfect American English
Yeah.
better than I do. So, yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
So, we are all for screens and
Yes.
devices and technology. So, yeah.
Yeah. It is our life. And sometimes probably think that we are a weird family because we all sit like eating with our screens, and I know others are like things that's not a family, but that's our family. This is what we are, and I can see, of course, it's not like we not talk to each other. We do, but this is our interest. This is us and our family, and I think we have the right to do what we want with our family and
Yes.
what feels good for us, and we
Exactly.
do
And
that.
I'm so happy that you say that. I'm about to cry from happiness because we do the same. Okay, I have one not rule, but I have one wish. I said, okay, once a week we can just have 5 minutes, just say a few words with each other, as a family. But the majority of the days when we have dinner, everyone is, we're
Yeah.
eating and we're watching something. But we are next to each other. It's not that we don't have a
No.
cold feeling between us.
No.
We are with each other. We talk, you know.
Mm.
So that's how we roll,
Yeah.
Kerstin.
Exactly. uh,
So
hmm.
yes, we are definitely not afraid, or we're not against screen time.
No.
Um, how could we be? But I guess it is our duty as parents to show them how to use those devices. It's a tool
Mm.
to use it for their advantage, I guess. I don't know how else to put it nicely.
Mm.
Let them explore this magical world of technology and,
Mm.
screens and everything, and show them the way. Oh my God, what is today? I don't know. Yeah. So many puns. Yes. And okay, yes.
Yes.
It was not planned. It was the first t-shirt that I could get to get dressed. So, yeah.
it's a,
So, yeah.
it's a nice t-shirt.
Mm.
Yes.
Um, so I guess that's
Oh,
how we say it,
yeah.
right? Mm?
And we feel good about it. This is our family, and we like it.
Exactly, exactly.
Yes.
Maybe we should change the title, Geeks and Motherhood. Yes, of course, but is that the correct term? Demonize screen time, something like that, to make it more, more of a hot
I'm
topic.
not really sure, but maybe.
I don't know. I can ask some of my English speaking friends.
Mm.
We will see. Maybe we can attract some more views, like as I said, hot topic, clickbait.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's do some clickbaiting.
Mm,
So yeah,
mm,
I guess that's what we wanted to cover today, right?
yes.
Anything else we have forgotten to
No, not
discuss?
what I could see on our list anyway. We have covered what
We
we
went
wanted to say.
through so the kids. I think we talked about
Hmm,
all the things
yeah,
that we have
we
written.
wanted to
Mm,
talk to.
mhm. And we decided kind of a schedule
Mm,
about our
yes.
show. Hmm? When? Tell us. Tell us.
Yeah, we are going to have this show uh, every fourth week on Wednesdays,
Mm?
uh, so on, as long as we want to do this and have topics, I
And
guess. Yeah.
yes. Um.
So,
so-
and the Minecraft video we're going to do on Saturdays every fourth week, but I'm not sure. We have not decided for the next time, but
No, we will set some schedule, and of
mm,
course it depends if we are, healthy, not someone got
yeah,
sick or anything, or family happens, stuff like that. But the
mm,
goal is that to have every 4 weeks, like
mm,
a monthly kind of episode.
Yeah.
And make sure to follow us on social
Mm.
media, Twitter and Instagram. Kirsten, do you have Twitter only, if I'm
Yeah,
not
tweet.
mistaken?
Only tweet. Yes.
But this is our handles there.
Mm.
And please go and show some love to Kirsten's Twitch. Go follow her. And if you're watching us now in whatever channel you're watching us, hopefully you're subscribed. If not, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, like everything, heart wherever you are. Something is live. Yes, and me and Kirsting. Hi, Kevin. Unfortunately, not for 2 months long. We have been talking. Go back and watch everything from the
Yes.
start, and tell us, leave us comment or tell us. Uh, I want to make a joke now, but I cannot speak. Like, what do you feel about screen time, Kevin? But you're always online. I mean, you're always. Kevin is always online and always watching someone that is live, even if it's at 3 a.m. Something like that, right? Because he's American, but you're still in Ireland, but he's watching. Uh, he's more loyal than I am. All our friends from the US that are streaming, and it is like in the middle of the night European time. So yeah, kudos to you. Um. So yeah, but go follow Kirsting.
Yes, please. I need
Yes,
some
go follow
followers.
her on tweets, please. And make sure, as I said, yeah, to follow us on Twitter, where we post also updates for upcoming shows.
Yes.
And yeah, get
Mm.
your Geek
Geek
On
on.
episode 3 today. Not 4. If you see 4 somewhere, it's a mistake. It is 3. Yeah. It was my mistake when I made the event, of
The event.
course, the on this. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think
Yes.
we have changed it everywhere. I think so anyway, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yes. Episode 3. Episode 4 will take place in hopefully 4 weeks from now.
4 weeks. Yes.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for
Yeah.
joining us. And if you're watching the replay, let us know in the comments what you think about this
Yes.
hot subject,
Yes.
kids and screen time. And if you're a parent, thank you,
Oh,
Kirsting, for a
thank
nice
you.
discussion. Thank you, everyone.
Yes.
See you
See
soon.
you.
Bye bye.